everyone, welcome to my New York City apartment and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to do a short splits training flexibility session. I know a lot of my students always feel like, well, I'm not flexible, so I don't have the splits. You don't have to be naturally flexible in order to get your side split. In fact, it's easier to get your side split than your middle split without a natural ability. We're gonna stay low to the ground. Today, I would suggest 3 blocks. You could probably do this workout without yoga blocks, but they'll just assist you in making it easier and more comfortable for your body. If any part of this session starts to feel uncomfortable or rippy for you, hang back. Just do your best. Pull out of poses as needed. Get back to everything as soon as possible. Especially if you're newer to training your flexibility and you're not used to getting into these poses, I want you to do the best you can and then just take a quick break and then just try and do it again as soon as you can. Remember, in order to build endurance, you have to endure things. So we're just trying to do our personal best. We're not trying to compete with me, the teacher who's been training 5-6 days a week for about 5-6 years now. We're trying to compete with our own human body and be a little bit better today than we were yesterday. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna do everything low today because if I stand up, I know I'm gonna go off screen. So let's just start in my favorite, a downward facing dog. So for my newer friends, remember when you're in a downward dog, you're not in a plank pose, yeah? So if you're like, oh my God, this is so hard, chances are maybe your butt is too far forward, maybe your hands are too far forward. Walk those hands back, and let's just start pedaling out the feet. Let's shoot both heels towards the ground, and then bend the knees, straighten the knees, bend the knees, straighten. One more time, bend and straighten. And because I cannot have a flexibility session without a little bit of strength training, we're gonna drag our right knee in towards our chest, reach it out to the side, rotate it around back, and keep going for 3, for 2, last one this way, and then let's reverse the other way, circling for 4, for 3, for 2, on 1. Drag the knee through your hands, plant the foot on the ground. Before we sink down, we're gonna walk up that front thigh and bring our back foot in a little closer. From here, let's make sure our legs are on 2 train tracks. If bouncing is still an issue for you, maybe walk your back foot in a little closer. Engage the abs, maybe even set your back backwards a little bit. Hands can stay on hips. And from here, we're gonna bend both knees and then straighten the legs. Every time we straighten the legs, our hips are jutting forward. Let's go for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2 more. On 1, hold it here. Wiggle that back foot out so it's further away. We're now holding a deeper lunge. Don't worry, we won't be here long. If your back leg is getting lazy, straighten it. Try not to lean forward. Your body is still upright. Sink your weight down. We're just gonna hold for 4 more counts, 3 more counts, 2 more counts. On 1, you can lean forward. Grab one of your blocks if it's available to you. If not, you can also grab a pillow. Place your knee on that block. If you need that, you can grab your other 2 blocks, place them on the inside of your right foot, and from here we're just gonna go forward and back. You can untuck your back toe. We're just leaning forward and back, coming into a deep lunge. Make sure your front knee doesn't go too far over your toes. every time we lean forward. And as we pull our hips backwards, we're gonna hold it there. So again, square off your hips. Hands can stay on the inside. And from here, we'll take a little wiggle side to side with our hips. Next time the hip is pulling inwards, we're gonna take a deep inhale, arch the spine slightly. Now exhaling, leading with your chest. Yeah, not your nose, your chest. We're gonna lower down. If you can, maybe you wanna lower your blocks. Maybe you can lower them again. Maybe your hands can come all the way to the ground. Try and keep that back nice and straight. Try and keep your front leg nice and straight. If you find that you're hunching over, again, just come back up on the blocks. If you're not feeling that much through the hamstring, make little adjustments in your body. Maybe your hip is jutting out. Pull it inward. Yeah, maybe your knee is bent. Straighten that leg. Always give your body a cross check as you go through any flexibility session. See what you can do to make yourself feel things. Especially if you're doing these YouTube videos, it's up to you to make sure you feel the feels and get your workout in. So we're here, and this time we're gonna take one of our blocks or hands and bring it to the other side. So now our hands are framing the front foot, and we're gonna lean forward into a lunge. From here, walk up on those blocks. We're now bringing our body weight back up straight. So again, we never want to be leaning forward unless specified. By keeping our body upright, we're really sinking into the hip flexor. Again, also, you would like to keep your knee behind the foot. When our knee is in front, it's not necessarily wrong. It's just a different stretch. We're not able to sink our weight into that hip flexor as much. So always think of walking that foot forward and sinking from there. We're gonna take one more breath here. We're just sinking, and remember to square off. You don't want this foot jutting out that way. You don't want your back leg jutting out the other way. Our hips are square, our legs are like two train tracks facing forward. I use that analogy a lot. From here, tuck your back toe, straighten both legs. We're in a wide pyramid pose. Again, if you want to, you can lower your blocks from here. And all we're gonna do is start coming up onto the ball of our back foot and relaxing the heel to the ground. Ball of the back foot, relax to the ground. Let's go for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. On this last one, we're gonna bend our front knee so we can bring our body weight forward. So now your whole body weight is up over your front foot. For me, it's my right foot. I can keep my hands on blocks, lower the blocks, or hands can come to the ground. And I'm just gonna start lifting and lowering the back leg. That back hip can turn out right now. We're not doing a square split. Yeah, we're just trying to build strength. My main concern is that you're pointing through that back foot and that your back knee is straight. Let's do one more. Leave it up and we're pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the foot down, bend the front knee. This time we're not gonna put that knee on the block, so place that back block to the side. And we're coming back into the lunge. Press up on your blocks. All right, you guys, it's time to work on our splits. So if you don't feel ready to go into a split yet, just hang out in this lunge, or if you want, you can pull back into another hamstring stretch. For my friends that are ready, we're gonna start sliding forward. We're trying to stay in our square split right now, meaning you should be able to tuck this back foot behind you. If for some reason your split is open and your back hip is going outwards, you will not be able to tuck that back foot. So pull everything in. I know for my friends that have like over flexibility, but aren't particularly strong, it's really hard for them to hold this square split because it doesn't feel beautiful or glamorous, but you know what? It's like our vitamin D of splits. We're squeezing the inner thighs in towards each other, and we're building up the strength that we need to support ourselves as now I give you permission to relax your thighs, and you can open up to your larger split. Now, if you're one of my friends that just loves leaning forward, yeah, we're not doing that right now. I always like to try and stay upright. Yeah, that way you're not just working the hamstring in your split, you're really stretching out that back hip flexor. We're just gonna hang out here for 5 more, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. On 1, use your strength to pull that leg back up, bend the knee, bring it in, re-straighten your mat if it got messy. I'm gonna turn around, we're gonna do the other side. Remember, this is a super quick workout. So, have your blocks nearby. I have my back one ready to go. And we're gonna come back into our downward dog, pedaling out the feet just for a few moments. And then from here, once again, we'll bend both knees, straighten the legs, bend both knees, straighten. One more time, bend and straighten. This time it's the left knee. 4 times one way, circling it around. Make sure you give it a full circular rotation. That knee should point to all 4 corners of the room. And then circle the other way 4 times. One more time. Then knee reaches forward, foot plops on the ground, and we're walking up into our high lunge. Again, drag that back foot in. Take a moment to square everything off. I don't like rushing things. I like to have good form first. So from here, both knees bend and straighten pelvis forward for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2 more. Last time, keep the front knee bent. Wiggle that back leg out a little bit, re-square off. If your body is sagging forward, press that torso back up. So we're hanging out here for 4 more, for 3 more, for 2, and then back knee comes down, grab your block. The block acts as a cushion for your knee, but also it's kind of nice. It's a different stretch to have elevation with that knee sometimes. You kind of feel different feelings than you might normally feel. So from here, you can untuck that back toe, and we come into our lunge, and then our hamstring stretch. And you can give that front foot a nice flex every time you come into the hamstring stretch. And yeah, since I'm still warming up the leg, I like to have blocks under my hands. You can also keep your hands on the ground. Remember to breathe as you do this. And if one area feels specifically tight, you can hang out there a couple extra seconds than I am. We're gonna pull our hips backwards 1 more time. And from here, go into our little wags. Rocking those hips from side to side. Pressing through the left heel. Inner thighs scissor together. Take a nice deep inhale. And on the exhale, forward fold. Maybe your hands come to the ground. Maybe your elbows come to blocks. Keep breathing, whatever you do. And on this next exhale, we'll come forward into our lunge. This time our hands frame our front foot. Take a moment to square everything off. Right hip comes forward, left hip pulls back. And then when you are ready, walk those blocks back by your sides. And again, if you don't have blocks, you can use your front thigh as leverage. We're just hanging out in our low lunge, breathing, of course. And let's hold this for 4 more counts. For 3, for 2, and then we're going into our little pyramid stretch. So drag that back leg, the front leg slightly closer if you need to, and the back leg stays behind you. You're in a wide-legged pyramid. So sometimes we're in a closer pyramid, but I want this one to be wide, and we're just coming to the ball of the back foot and then pressing the heel down. Keep going. And if you've forgotten to breathe at this point, remembering breathing, so important. When we hold our breath, we hold tension in our muscles. No good. And the next time that heel is down, we'll leave it there. And then we're gonna go into our standing split kicks. So I like to bend my front knee so I can drag my back foot a little closer. If that block behind you is in your way, just kick it out to the side. And again, your hands can stay on blocks or come to the floor as we just lift and lower that back leg. Remember, this is a standing split. So if you're in more of a downward dog shape, walk those hands back. Let's do 3 more. 2 more. Sorry, my back leg is kind of exiting the camera every time I kick up. And we're holding the last one, just pulsing back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower that leg. Come onto your knee, because it's now time to slide into our square split first, and then our deeper split. Remembering we're always welcome to pull back into the hamstring stretch or the lunge. So if you want to set yourself up for square split success, I also like to start with one knee bent at 90-90. I pull my hips backwards, and this way, as I slide in, I am less likely to dump my upper body forward. Yeah, remember to do that back foot tuck test. I call it the tuck test. We're in here for about 8 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now slide into your deeper split, whatever it may be, remembering to keep the body tall. And in your deeper split, you're also welcome to give yourself any baby rocks or wiggles you may need. And even though it is okay for that back leg to be turning out, we never want to do a jazz split where that back knee is bent and overturned out. It's just not going to get you to where you need to go. So if you cannot hold your split without doing that, pull back into the lunge. Let's just hold this for 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and then pull that leg back in. And that's it. I told you guys it would be super quick. If you need to pound anything out, please do so. You can kind of keep your legs in front of you, shake them out. I like rocking my knees from side to side to get rid of any tension in my hips. And that completes today's workout. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, please ask in the comments section. Also, if you have any flexibility or aerial requests, I love fulfilling request videos. So please let me know again in the comments. And if you got value from this workout and you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, the like button, and the notification bell, I would super duper appreciate it. I'm at about 900 followers right now. Obviously, I want to get to that 1,000 mark. It is like my life goal. So, not my life goal. My life goal is like 1 million subscribers, but you know what I mean. So if you don't mind hitting the like, subscribe button with the notification bell on, the notification bell will let you know every time I post a new workout or tutorial video. And I've been trying to post at least once a week, but maybe if I get tons of requests, I'll post even more. And that's all for now. So until the next time, y'all, have a fit and fabulous day. Bye-bye.